Man, I haven't heard that in a while. Good old Stevie Lou intro music. Hey, Stevie Lou, that guy's a bad guy, Stevie Lou. I'm a good person. I hit all those home runs in the World Series. Good evening, folks. It's the Lou Man. The Lou. Hanging out with you. It's been a while. It's been a while, and I kind of missed you. I missed Smokey. There he is, being a good boy. I missed my moderators, Flat Cat Jessica and Balls Deep. I miss you both. Had to get away from it all for a bit. Things are not so great in Lou Land, unfortunately. But we're here. We're hanging. I wanted to check in with my lunatics. If you're out there, put it up. Just put it up. Just throw the Lou up. You are a lunatic. If you're not a lunatic, you'll be one. That's how it works. A lot of haters. A lot of tomatoes. A lot of wannabe guys trying to fuck things up for me. But I know that I got a bunch of lunatics out there who know that this man, Stevie Lou, is here for you. Come on. Officer Crupple knows. Didn't really have much tonight. Just checking in real quick. I had a few things to address. How am I sounding? I don't want to be all like that, but how's the sound out there for you? What do we want to get into first? I guess let's do an update on me. Update on Stevie Lou. I'm going to show you a picture real quick. Going to show you a picture and let me know what you think. Let's see if we can pull that up a little closer. There we go. That's nice and tight for you. Why is that jumping like that? Okay, stop that. Stop that. Fuck. Computer's got a goddamn mind of its own. But all right. Take a look, folks. I don't know what that is, but that was something that was brought to my attention today. I can't exactly say specifically what that is, but if you are aware of what's been going on, that's something that I was shown today, that was taken today, and it's not good. It's really not good. It's maybe some life-changing shit that I'm going to have to deal with, 7 weeks later. So tomorrow starts a whole new phase for somebody. They're going to have to go to see some specialists and get some more intensive tests and shit done to hopefully salvage some movement in an extremity. I don't know. It's been not so great for me the past 2 months. You start to feel for other people who are, you know, completely paralyzed when you're just losing motion on one arm. So I start to like think like other people now. And you get into the mind of other people when you relate with them. And there's one guy out there specifically that I'm talking about who's doing something really strange right now. I guess we'll go and name him outright as the Quad Father. We got this guy, the Quad Father, from the BYB podcast, the show that I used to be a part of. And right now he's saying that he's in New York City and that he's been subpoenaed by the district attorney in New York. And a lot of people have been contacting me saying, hey, Stevie Lou, this guy Quadfather is saying all this stuff about this, that, and the other thing in New York. Is that true? And I don't know. I don't know how else to put this, but the guy is lying to everyone right now, and I don't get it neither, why he would do that, other than he's just desperate for attention. It's really sad, and people have tried to call him on it, I think, but he just is straight up lying right now, saying that he's had any contact with the New York City police department or the district attorney. I've kind of stayed quiet about this because I wanted to let him continue to dig his own grave in his own hole. But at this point, it's fucking bizarre that this guy Quadfather has been nonstop running my name through the dirt, saying that I'm nonstop making shit up and doing works, you know. But in the meantime, dude is 100% right now making shit up. Making things up out of the blue. So, I don't know what he wants to do. Does he ever want to come clean? Fraud father is what a bunch of people are saying. I'd call him the Wad Father, because that's all this guy is. He's just a pile of jizz. You know, if you think about it, it probably would have been better off if the load that was put into his mother were not him, and it was just a wad shot on the sheet, the wall, the pillow, whatever. But, yeah, so that's that. This guy Quadfather is straight up lying about the situation that he's being contacted by the New York City district attorney. I'll stand by that. And anybody else wants to call him out on that and see what his excuse is, please do. Slowpoke Rodriguez wants to know, have you talked to Ray DeVito recently? The last time I talked to Ray DeVito was probably a few days after my incident. At that time, Ray and I were in a real bad place between two humans. You know, he was saying a lot of really fucked up shit about my wife and me. He wasn't making jokes. He was just doing some dirty, insulting shit. So I tried to make right with Ray after my nunchuck incident, but then, you know, as soon as he starts bringing a certain person on to interview, I can't be involved with that guy any longer. He has no excuse for doing that. He got manipulated by some psychopath. Some psychopath that used to play baseball. I used to play baseball. My name is fucking Mark Lewis. And I played for the Cleveland Indians for a long time. And Stevie, you suck. I don't like you on MLC. He let some idiot, some fucking strung out steroid loser and manipulate him into bringing somebody onto his podcast just as a way to try to like get at me. So once you see that sort of stuff, you realize that this guy Ray DeVito is a fucking problem. You know, he can't be trusted, shouldn't be trusted, doesn't belong in this world, but he's here, so we got to kind of deal with it. So no talking to Ray. And honestly, everybody's saying, "Oh, Stevie Lou, are you going to go to the Rays show tomorrow at the Stand?" And I can honestly list 300 things that I'd rather do than go to the Stand tomorrow to have anything to do with Ray DeVito. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, Stevie, you got to go. You should go. People have offered to pay for me to go. And I honestly couldn't think of anything less that I'd like to do than go to the Stand tomorrow. So, I guess I'll make a phone call in the afternoon and see where other people are at with going. And if maybe some other specific people are saying that they're going to go tomorrow, maybe I'll make an appearance. But I'd honestly rather just do my own thing. I have other plans tomorrow night already. And I don't want to break them. Yeah, Smokey the Spurg says RP has to be lying. Lying about what? Lying about me threatening him or doing anything to him? Yes, that's a lie. Because I don't know if you know anything about me, but I don't do that sort of bullshit. I'm like Luca Brazzi over here. I like that. That's actually pretty nice, Officer Crumple. Thank you. Yeah, holy shit. Today on MLC, Casey Armstrong's hairline says that Ray DeVito fat-shaming a woman while in the judgment-free Planet Fitness gym. Another despicable day in a long line of despicable days in the Ray DeVito timeline. The guy just can't get out of his own way. And if he thinks that attacking Felicia for her physical looks is going to get him anywhere, he's going to find out. He's going to find out. I don't even want... I'll read this one. You know that this guy's interview will help you win the case. If there's actual footage, you should be thanking Ray. From Over the Pants HU. We'll put this up, fuck it. So, just to give you guys a heads up, there's no case that I have, and I shouldn't be even saying this, but I'll try to keep it vague. There's no case that I'm, like, my name is not involved in any case. There's a case against somebody, and I happen to be a witness in the case. So there is no case against me. And I would honestly invite anybody to try to prosecute me or put any sort of thing against me in this situation, because there is a factual reality of what happened that day. And it's been misrepresented by a lot of people. And yeah, I think in a few months, once that case does finish, the people involved should be able to speak about it. But until that point, I can't. Just out of good faith, can't really talk about this sort of shit right now. But yeah, let's just check in one more time on our multimedia suite. My shit is fucked up. my shit is very much fucked up. So if anybody wants to laugh about all this and say good and praise my situation, that's on you. Um, Again, I wouldn't wish this on no. Casey's Armstrong saying you're a good guy, but you're not a comedian, but you're a good guy. I'm a fall guy. That's what I am. I'm a fall guy here. And that's fine. I can take that. If people want to say I'm not a comedian, I can 100% take that all day. It's just another line of things that people want to throw at me being a person in this public space. So I've come to terms with that certain people just want to say I was never a comedian and I'm not a comedian. And I'm not doing stand-up live right now. I don't find it as a good use of my time. I could go back to stand-up, but I don't have the urge to go to stand-up. So like, why would I try to do something that I don't have a drive for just because people are trying to fuck with me and call me out? It's not how Stevie Lou rolls. Stevie Lou talks in the third person, first of all, and Stevie Lou does what Stevie Lou finds most important in his life. So stand-up was a very, very important part of my life and my adult life. I don't know how to put that lightly, but I did do a bunch of stand-up for a couple years in New York City and had a fucking great time with it. Built my character. Casey's Armstrong's hairline, which is a wonderful hairline from someone who doesn't have one. He says, let's go to the stand with 20 larger gals and show Ray that no matter your weight, you're human. Skull. Yeah, Ray is notoriously only into very athletic, muscular women, which should tell you something about him. But we know this about Ray, that, yeah, of course he doesn't like Felicia. And I will say right off the bat that I've met Felicia several times in person, and she is not an overweight like, I don't know, I don't want to sound weird or like non-judgmental judgment. Like, all this shit that she's 200 pounds is insane. You know, like, I'm 200 pounds. You know, like, she is not my size. She is, like she said today, she's more like 150 pounds, which, like, honestly, I think that's fucked up to even get into, Ray. But that, like, goes without being said that was completely some sort of Pat Dixon story that he's trying to put out. She's a fat person. I fucking, you gotta laugh at some shit like that. Sounds like you have a good job now. I don't know how you took that from this. I mean, I do have a full-time job that I honestly don't like too much. But I have a part-time job that I love, and that's going on MLC, you know, twice a week. I was talking to a buddy of mine, an old friend, a high school friend of mine, about my whole situation, and he has no idea about the Dabbleverse, any of this shit. And I'm trying to explain all of this to him. And, like, the one thing I, like, was able to tell him was that at the end of the day, I've got this side job called MLC that I go on twice a week, and I get paid to do it. And that pay has been crucial for me, you know, as a backup. Helps pay the bills big time. Helps pay the fucking electric bill. Helps pay my credit card bill. I don't have a sick job where I'm making a great killing. I'm doing okay, 100%, but it's not like that. But there we go. Not a good use of my time because I'm not getting money to make it worth it. That's not the case totally over the pants HJ. I was making money at the end of what I'll call my stand-up career. I was only making money when I would do stand-up at the end. I was not doing open mics. I was not doing free bar shows. I was only doing self-produced comedy shows where I would take a 60% cut of the door. And what happened was, it started off as a 70% cut. They dropped me to a 60% cut, and then they tried to break me down to a 30% cut of the door on the show that I was running. So when that happened, I just walked away. I said, fuck all this. This is not worth it. But before that, I was making enough money because, we'd put 25, 30 heads in the door, $20, $25 ticket price. So I was generating a good couple $100 for that venue. They'd pay me out that percentage. I'd pay the comedians out a good pay, and I'd take the rest. So once a month, I had that one show that I was running at the Brooklyn Comedy Club, and it went pretty well. I had a very steady audience, which is all these comedy clubs want. As a matter of fact, Ray would hit me up and say, hey, Stevie, can you bring your audience to one of my shows? Because I need people in the seats. So that's the one thing I did have, is that through my other connections, my Trauma connections, my Compound Media connections, I was able to always get local people from New York to show up to my once a month show. So, sure. At the very end, I wasn't working all the time, but I was still making some side money on stand-up, and that was great. That was fucking great. Before that, I used to work at a venue where I used to produce shows as well. We had a great time doing that. That ended up running its course. But yeah, performed over several hundred times in New York City doing stand-up comedy. Yeah, Get Ray, Officer Crupple. I could, there's nothing less that I want to do than Get Ray in this world. Dude's going to get himself. Let that guy keep doing his thing. And eventually, you'll see. Miser Leo Glue. This again, Steven. I can't believe you wasted so much of my time. Very cool. Bunch of Melton fans harassing my wife. What are you going to do? Officer Kemple, the Dabble Curse. What's the Dabble Curse, buddy? Can you maybe help me out and explain that? What is the Dabble Curse? Is it because I broke my arm? If that's what you mean, then... Junior Dad says, I thought you worked at ... Can't remember the name. Yeah, you know what? Check this out. This is a prop. Oh, shit. This is a prop that I made recently. This is the Holy Bible. And I put a blood print on. And then, yeah, that was for a movie from Trauma coming out called Bring on the Damned. Yeah, I currently have an interesting job offer for a position this summer on a new film coming out. And yeah, that's the thing. People say I don't do nothing. I'm not a real comedian. I don't produce films. I don't know. You guys can keep saying that, and I'll keep living my life. And here we go. Casey Armstrong's Airline Stevie, starring Juan, said if you see him, look the other way. Yeah. Like, I don't know when I'd ever see John again, but after the shit he's pulled with my wife. Uh, it would sure as shit be interesting if John ever came to New York. Yes, Trauma Entertainment. Trauma Entertainment, as a matter of fact, is in their 50th year. So, a lot of people out in the Dabbleverse say that Trauma sucks. But if you really know your shit, it's one of the greatest independent film companies in the history of independent film. So, been glad to know Lloyd Kaufman and that whole crew for a long time now. Uncle Lloydie. Yeah, apparently Uncle Lloydie, he's got one more in him. So if you could put 2 and 2 together out there, bunch of Nintendo games just went flying everywhere. Still going flying everywhere. Let's see what came down. Oh boy. We got some good ones. So Junior Dad says Ghosts. As a matter of fact, it was Ghosts because Ghost and Goblins was one of the carts that just flew off the wall there. So you are correct. That is Ghosts. It's Ghost and Goblins. One of the most difficult video games in the history of video games. Started off as a coin-operated jammer. And eventually went to the NES and caused a lot of people issues. Let's see what else we got here. I've got another hard game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Motherfucker. What a bitch of a game. But it was great to see the Turtles finally in some sort of playable form. I believe that was the first time a Ninja Turtle game had been created. Sucked. Took some time for them to really bring the arcade ports to the NES, and the first one wasn't so great. The second one was good. Here's another one here. We got Jordan vs. Bird. A lot of people talking basketball. Another real shit game from Milton Bradley, but played on Star Power. And then here's another one here. This is Tag Team Wrestling. Yeah, Tag Team Wrestling. This game actually isn't as bad. This is a very early game from Data East. I don't know. So those fell off the wall, as you can see there. I'll have to fix my setup. And I got actually something fun here to show you folks. It hasn't been shown yet. I got this here. This is from the documentary American Movie. This is a signed copy of the VHS Coven. It's pronounced Coven, not Coven. Yeah, Mark Broussard or something like that. I don't know. Dude from that movie sent me out a copy. Yeah, that was the Ghost of Stuttering John's Liver that knocked those games over. Good call. Patrick Bateman, Trauma is definitely an acquired taste, but the work ethic and history is quite impressive. Good for you for being involved. Cheers. It's true. A lot of great people have come out of Trauma, and I'm hoping to join that long list. I'm going to change my name to Stevie Lou's Top Lip. Do I have a nice I guess I've been told I have a mule face. Look at that. The Dabble Curse did that. Knocked my games down. Alexis for life. Stevie, hitting rock bottom isn't a bad thing. It just means you can only go up from here. Thank you. I've heard that a bunch. Look at that. People getting scared. Alexis for life. I hate seeing people kick Stevie while he's down and struggling. I mean, listen, I'm down and I'm struggling. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. I was going to try to refute that, but Patrick Bateman, the underwater level of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES is very unfair. Stevie, you got Battletoads. I've pulled Battletoads out before. I know I got it. Let's see if I can pull it out quick. It's in here for sure. Definitely got Battletoads. I'm not seeing it. And honestly, my broken arm don't feel so good. So Larry Bird, the true GOAT. Holy shit. I agree. Let's see if I can do this. Stick with me here. Yeah, I hope I don't get taken down for this, but oh, bless me. Sulap. Let's do this. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. Larry Bird is the man in the car. There we go. That's a good one. Let's see Larry go. Look at Larry. What? With the reverse slam. Larry Bird. Let's see what Larry's on the ISO. On the wing. Another reverse layup. What? I don't even know what the fuck just happened there. It's so awkward. Yeah, man. This was that famous game where him and Dr. J went back and forth. Look at that dish to Kevin McHale. Look at that. Got his own rebound. And then, oh my God. Holy shit. All right. Hold on. We got to do that one over again. That's so classic, Larry. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back, Mike. Bring it back, Mike. Mike, bring it back, Mike. Watch his fucking legs. Okay, let's go back. This is so deadly. Watch. So he misses, catches his own rebound, and then gives this behind the back thing. Ready? All right, that wasn't the one. Here we go. Ready? Miss. Own rebound, behind the back, to McHale, dunk. That's insane. That is mastered wizardry. Holy shit, folks. When I was growing up, my dad was like, you're a Larry Bird fan, just so you know. My dad. Yeah, disagree, Jimmy. James Gunn is right. Who knows? Maybe one day my resume will end up on Mr. Gunn's desk and it'll say trauma on it. And he'll be like, okay, yeah, I got to give this guy a shot. And then I'm in. I'm fucking in. Prince of Persia was a hard one to complete in 1 hour. Yeah. Honestly, I don't remember Prince of Persia being an NES cartridge. I could be wrong there. I remember it on the DOS early Windows system, playing that game on a computer which was very difficult, but amazing. Great early game, Prince of Persia for sure. Misfit says, Stevie, why did you block your number one fan on Twitter? Simple answer, if you're being a creep and you're trying to use your creepiness to get, like, trying to use your creepiness and show off to people in the Milton Discord about your creepiness, I can't allow it. I can't have that. It's like this guy, So Thorough Joe Burrow, seemed like a good dude, but next thing I know, he's like stalking my Twitter and posting about it on the Milton Discord. It's not a good look, dude. You can't be a tormentor and just get away with it easily. So we're going to have to end up shutting you down if you're going to be a tormentor. I hope you understand that. I'm sure if you were being tormented by somebody for fun, that you'd probably do a similar thing. But you're not blocked here. I could change that real quick, couldn't I? But yeah, you're not blocked here. So just chill the fuck out. Maybe you'll learn. It's a trap! Was that a bird? Once played a whole game lefty. Scored 47 points, 14 bounds. It's a triple-double for the folks at home. Thought you loved trolls. I love trolls. Yeah, I'm not loying. Not loying. All right, I'm going to get one more drink because I'm fucking feeling it. Just stick with me 1 sec. I'll be right back. This is a little easing back into this whole thing. Just trying to ease back into it. You know what they say is that you never go down in a butt plug size. So. Patrick Bateman says, I need sleep. Have a good night. Stevie, most of the main players in the verse are quite hypocritical. You always seemed like a good dude, and you can read, which puts you above many of them. Holy shit, he's not wrong. Thanks, Patrick. Yeah, I mean, I went to high school, which is always a good start. And then I got my college education. Didn't get my MBA, though. So, spread the wad. Dr. Remulak, Stevie, you claim your arm is broken, but there is a video of you supporting your full weight on your arm 3 weeks ago while smiling. What say you? What I say is that I am a tough motherfucker who could put up with a tremendous amount of pain. Yeah, also my ulna was the one fractured. And what I come to find now, after seeing 2 doctors, is that the ulna bone does not do much supporting in the arm. It's the, what is it, the femur? No, the femur is the leg, right? Can someone help me out here? No, the femur is the leg. Arm bone is the humerus. Hey! No, sorry. ulna and the radius. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking at here. I'll pull it up for you, fucking jackasses, jack fucks. So if you see there, it says here, we'll read it for you nice and slow. Your arm is made up of 3 bones. The upper arm bone, the humerus, which would be this arm, and then the ulna and the radius. So we can even, let's visit that. So yeah, if you see here, the radius bone is the major support bone of the arm. As you can see, it is the larger bone of the two. The ulna, which is the bone that I've fractured, is the outside. Or if your arm is facing out like that, it would be the inside bone. Nonetheless, the ulna is the smaller bone of the 2 forearm bones, and the radius bone is what does the majority of support, all of the support. The ulna is really just more for things like twisting and turning. So I've only got so much range of motion right now, or allegedly, I should say. But yeah, that would be, I hate to get all fucking Mr. Wizard on you, but I was, told I shouldn't put much weight on the arm. So if anything, to answer your question, I need to be more careful. Oy. Oy. Oh, shit. Kitty cats just knocked my light out. That's quite an omen, wouldn't you say? Listen, I don't really want to get into this, but let's just say that person has been reaching out to me and saying a lot of stuff from the beginning, and then going from like saying nice stuff to saying psychotic stuff, and the coin flip has been so fast that I've had to like block that person because of the psychotic nature of their communications. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. I wish that person all the best, but whoa. If you're in my shoes and you saw the DMs and shit, you'd have a different opinion, I'll say. Officer Kemple, most of these losers read on a 5th grade level. Seriously. Yeah, I mean, just say Chad. You could just say Chad Zumach. Chad Zumach has like a stammer and can't read clearly. So it is kind of fun to watch Chad stammer and stumble through just words. As someone who's supposed to be a professional comedian, broadcaster, whatever. So, I don't know. I wish Chad nothing but the worst, and I'm glad that he won't come on MLC when I'm on. I think that maybe I'm actually doing a huge service to the entire community, that if whenever I come on, Chad won't go on. So, that don't bother me at all. Honestly, if Nick Swartzen was supposed to come on for Kevin's birthday, that would have been lame as fuck. It would have been just garbage. Nick Swartzen doesn't know the universe. He doesn't belong here. It would be a lesser TJ Miller, which honestly, it was a decent interview, but wasn't that great. Hostile. Very hostile. TJ Miller couldn't really find the funny. there were some funny parts of that interview, but I thought the TJ kind of like overindulged a lot, and that's what you get from Nick. What you don't get as an overindulger is Stevie Lou. Stevie Lou gives it to you so you can chew. TC Malloy, Stevie is cool. At least he's not like Ray, who lies about everything and seems deranged. Google. Google. Google.com. Oh, no, that don't work. I was told the Olma doesn't support my weight. The Radius does. I was told I shouldn't put much weight on my arm. I don't care. Okay. Yeah. I was told not to lift large things. Dr. Remulek, what's this approximate square footage of your apartment? So they just called me today and said that my rent is going up another $200, which I can't do that anymore. So I am officially now looking for a new apartment. I'm looking up online to see if there's info. I don't see it. It's not huge, but it's in a great neighborhood. A neighborhood that's slowly becoming unaffordable. So, it's my time to leave. So yeah, again, this is like why I need Kevin Brennan and MLC to help me make a few extra bucks, because moving is expensive. You got to put up, like in New York City, it's nuts. Right now, I'm looking at in order to find an apartment. Okay, let's just say that my rent was $3,000 a month. I'm looking for an apartment for $2,500 a month. I'm looking for a place $500 cheaper. And in order to find that place, I need to pay a real estate agent 1 month's rent to get put into a place. It's absurd, but that's how it is in New York. You need to pay 1 month's rent to a real estate agent. You need to put up 1 month's security and pay for your 1 month's rent. So, basically looking at a $7,500 payment that needs to be made just to move, and then moving expenses on top of that. So, while the 500 less a month will be beneficial in the long run, to make that move takes a big chunk out of me. So it's the real scary reality of New York City and having your own lease, something that a lot of people don't know, like Ray DeVito. You don't know what it's like to actually have to put your full name, or actually maybe ask for a co-signer to put their name on a lease. I've been lucky enough to have been able to cover my own lease, and it just fucking sucks to think that that's what I got to do, but you got to do what you got to do, man. It was a good run living here, man. I've been here since 2019. I think late 2018 in this same place. So I got kitties too. That's the problem. I got 2 kitty cats, and your options are less in New York City if you have animals. And I would never imagine getting rid of my kitty cats just to make things easier for me. So it's fucked up right now. Things are not good. I don't know. I saw Dave Sarah's Kill Tony. I guess Melton played it the other day and I was watching. It was interesting. Stevie, didn't you make fun of Chad's little bro being killed and question whether it was a lie? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did once. I made a quick joke on a show. And that was that. Chad was doing all sorts of nasty shit on his own, saying all sorts of shit about me, my wife now. So, yeah, I've shit talked Chad before, but that's it. I've just shit talked Chad, and like he's brought that shit up. I guess I brought my wife up too. So, if you want to try to make jokes, that's fine. But I try to make a joke, and he's not making jokes, so I don't see the equivalency there. Dr. Remilak was trying to gauge whether it's a big enough live stream at 1:30 without disturbing a live-in female partner, but I question. Yeah, I mean, if I know you're being funny, but if anything, I have neighbors, so if I started screaming, they'd be disturbed at 1:45 now. I don't know. I'll call it a night soon here. Let's just catch up. All right. I'll move to Tampa or Cleveland. Darth Derp, hello Stevie. Just now noticed you're back on YouTube. Glad to see you. Yeah, thanks, man. I had to take an extended break. But we're here because, I think there's a need for entertaining real people in this world. And yeah, that's that. MSO, my friend. Thank you. Good night to you. Junior Dad, I appreciate you being here. You seem to start the stream by discussing the stories circulating about you. I thought that was the theme of the show. I mean, what else do we want to talk about? We talked about Quadfather lying about being in New York. We talked about this Ray DeVito show tomorrow that I want no part of. I want no part of it, man. If Gustav and Kevin want to go get steak dinner after the show, I would 100% be down for that. And I'm not even looking for a free meal neither. I would gladly go down and, pay Dutch with Kevin, Gustav, and myself. I would love to maybe go to Del Frisco's is open late. Maybe we go to Peter Luger's, because that's in my neighborhood too, so I could get dropped off afterwards. But honestly, if the real boys wanted to go and do an adult thing like get a steak after Ray's show tomorrow, I'd be down for that. But I don't want nothing to do with going to the stand. I'm sorry to say, but like I used to be good buddies with Jim Stansel, but the way that he's been going about shit lately has been fucking a real shame. So I don't want to be hanging out with those guys no more because I don't consider them friends. Ray, Stansel, beloved chatter. We used to be kind of like on good terms, but the way that they've been handling things, I'd rather do something else, man. I mean, if people are coming to the city, it's a different story. If a certain person's coming in from Jersey, Okay, I get it, but yeah, just to make Ray feel uncomfortable, man. Like Ray's gonna feel uncomfortable just being Ray. I don't like. It's that old adage, like why strangle someone with a rope when you can just give them the rope to hang themselves. So the creep in Ray is coming to the top, and I don't know if it's ever gonna stop. He's a killer, not a thriller. On I-80 is where he may be. Every week. All right, stop. Jesus Christ. That's bad. TC Malloy, I see your comment. I don't even want to bring that shit up right now, but I hear you, man. I hear you. Dr. Remulac, why not squash it with Ray? Ray seems like he squashed the beef with anyone else. Guys crossed way too many lines. So. All right. I think we did a thing to say what the kids say. I was watching the Knicks game tonight. The Knicks won. Not to go all sports idiot like Ray, but I went out and watched the Knicks game at a local bar. We were fucking fired up. It was a huge win for the Nova Knicks. So I came home and popped a few drinks, and we're here. We're doing it. Is Felicia invited to go along? I'll say this very simply. I think that Felicia Gillespie is a tremendous value to the MLC podcast. I think that she's got the tools needed to be a good guest on MLC. Very simply put, she does have comedic timing. She is smart, okay? When I've ever heard her try to explain a point, whatever it may be, she is very cogent and intelligent with her communication. So she's got comedic timing. She has cogent points, and she can take a beating. She's showed that she can take a beating, and on air, she doesn't let it show. So she's got a set of nuts. I'm sorry, Felicia, for not having a better way to put that if you're watching. But she's got brass balls for a female comedian. And that's just proof positive because of the way that she's going back at Ray, the way she's going back at Pat. So I honestly do think that Felicia will continue to get better as time progresses. Whatever, to get into it, it's not easy being on MLC. I've been on it now countless times, but it started for me at one point back in 2019, and I remember being nervous as fuck for a lot of my early appearances and not knowing how to handle Kevin, and I still don't necessarily know how to handle Kevin in a lot of situations. That's why he will come at me and fucking tell me I'm an idiot and scream at me, which a lot of people like. And I think that's also part of why I can hang. Because, to be honest, if I want to be self-aggrandizing right now, self-filleting, all those things I said about Felicia, I think that people could say about me. You know, that I have comedic timing. I've got an intelligence about me, and I can take a beating to a certain extent. I'm obviously a lot more aggressive when it comes down to it than maybe Felicia is, but she's also aggressive too. So I think she's a welcome addition to the MLC family, and I think that she has a place. So, yeah. Exactly. TC Malloy, bottom line is like she actually cares about her mic levels. She was having problems with her sound recently and she's got it dialed in. And I think that alone is like a baseline judgment on people. Is she someone who holds a mouthpiece close to them like Ray to get the mic done, or breathe on the mic, or does she figure it out? She figured it out, you know? So that's just a baseline broadcasting wise. She got that part down, you know? Officer Crupple says she can suck the chrome off of I have not heard that. I've neither seen that. So a lot of people thought I was retired. Yeah, you know, I did take a break. I took an extended break. Things got really, really shitty for me. But you can't keep a good man down. That's what they say, and that's what I feel. When I took that break, and I feel like I had very good reason to do so, I also had this feeling inside of me that was like, why would you let people keep you down? Isn't this America? Don't we have freedom of speech? Are people not entertained? Why should I allow a small group of vocal dissenters dictate my life? I had those thoughts. My boy Bobby Nick checking in. What's up, Bobby? I'm having a cigarette for you. The sorcerer said Kevin was all id, which means all child. I don't remember that specifically, but the sorcerer is a knowledgeable man. He's the great and powerful. Yeah, Ray with the breathing. I gotta stop. Gotta stop. And yeah, Misfit, maybe you should think about taking an internet break. I know you're up in that Discord day and night. I know it's like you, it's Brad Thacker, and Fearless. It's fucking Misfit, Brad Thacker, and Fearless hanging out in the Milton Discord, plotting against me. I think So Thorough Joe Burrow is also on that little late night squad of Milton fiends that need their Stevie Lou fix. I don't know. I can't do Melton no more. I can't do it no more. I called in a few times to call him out on some things, and that's when everything changed. We were cool, and then I called him out on him drinking Diet Coke for breakfast. I called him out for his Discord being corrupt. And the guy don't want the truth, man. He don't want the truth. So I guess I got to go on. Just do my thing and not worry about that too much. Thank you. Hackamania. The big bringer. The big bringer. Like, fuck. I could do a festival. We'll call it Leukemia. Yeah. Yeah. We'll call it Leukemia. And I'll fucking not charge you guys as much as this fucking guy is for a shit product. What do you guys say? You're coming to Leukemia 2025? We'll do it next year. How about that? I'll do a festival in New York City next year called Leukemia that will fucking honestly put Hackmania to shame. Everyone who enters Leukemia will get a bag of tomatoes. So, you don't got that, do you, Patrick? Dave Serra will be headlining one of the nights of Leukemia. Look at this. I'm already getting positive support. Dave, are you in? Can you get up? Can you get to the East Coast? Yeah, he can. Yep. He's in. Yep. No, you're in, Dave. Too late. Too late, Dave. I'll pay, Dave. Don't worry. I'll pay. It's true. It's true. In lieu of. Yeah. Well, it would be N-E-N Lou. But. Yeah, put Ray in a dunk tank. What if I put Ray in one of those old-timey stockades? I put Ray in a stockade for Leukemia. So, let's see. I'll put that together. It's too bad the Creek in the Cave isn't still around. I mean, isn't that not what Patrick Melton is going through right now? This motherfucker just broke his shit putting together some fucking half-assed con. As always. But yeah, you'll be alright, Misfit. You'll be alright, Dave Serra. So Stevie was making good money by the end of his 2 years doing comedy is what I'm picking up on. No, I started in 2016. By 2018, I was still struggling. But by 2021, no, by 2020, 2021, I was able to start locking it in. Yeah, Miss Portland, imagine being on Kevin Brennan and still having only 561 people hate you. I started off with nothing and got to 561 pretty quick and then took a break. So if you do folks want to subscribe and like and all that shit, it'll be great. I'll do some more. This is not a good sign, though. If I've got Miss Portland talking shit like this to me at the end of my stream at 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe I should be rethinking my fucking life choices. Fuck, maybe she just convinced me to just end it.